late afternoon on the 14th of October. I hunted this morning in another spot, but I didn't get this camera set up. I only had the GoPro. I got in late. It was raining. Had to move spots twice because it was too thick. I'm in a stand of hardwood here and pine. Looks like it's mostly gum tree. No oak tree here. That's definitely one thing that our property's missing is oak. But there's a cornfield still standing about, 500 or 600 yards that way. So anyway, 2017 deer season. Today's first day out archery using the crossbow. So, all right, I'll check back in later. Hopefully hopefully we're not behind the camera shooting. So, like all things, they don't go as you plan. It's November 10th, Veterans Day, and I set up on my scrape that I've been hunting, been recording off and on this morning, of course. I had just turned the camera off, and what I suspected might be something, it wasn't. And of course, next thing you know, I turn around, he walks out, I take a shot. I think it's a good shot. And we'll see. He kind of pegged me, so he wasn't sticking around long. I'm going to give it a little while, and then we'll go see if we can't find some blood and track him down. All right. Okay. So right now, all we're going to do is go down and check for some blood, and then I'm going to back off and go get JF, and hopefully we have some blood, and then we'll go track it. So let's see what we got. This may be a clean miss, I don't know. Okay, so I'm back. It was obviously, and ended up tracking that all, walking all around, scouting for any sign, and there was none. I did find where the round went into the ground, kind of grazed along. So, because I found where the round grazed, right behind where the deer was standing, and there was zero hair, zero blood, zero anything. I saw which way the deer went, which was not in a dead run, just kind of trotted off. It's clear to me that it was a clean miss, which, is better than wounding, not as good as killing it. So, yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to say that swaying around in this tree with 20-mile-an-hour winds blowing probably has something to do with it. Either way, I'll make sure I get him the next time. I did take a shot at a target just to make sure that the gun was on, and it is. So that's not the issue. It was definitely me. All right, so it's hunting, and we're back at it. So I got the buck down. You guys heard the shot. I don't know if you could hear him grunting before or not. We'll see. some trees because I thought I needed to open up some more lanes on that side yesterday. There's that other spike horn. The one I shot is definitely not a spike horn. It's good afternoon. It's hard to believe. Here I was talking to the camera and he came right up 40 yards from me. Alright, so it's November 11th, 2017. I went out this morning. This is the same spot right here where I shot at that buck yesterday, and I totally missed. The wind was blowing 20 to 30 with gusts, and it was just blowing me around the stand. It was a clean miss yesterday. It went right underneath. I could see the trowel in the ground where the bullet went, so I know it was a clean miss. I get frustrated at those, but it's better than wounding a deer, so I don't care so much. I just usually don't miss. So anyway, this morning I decided to go to a different area because I was in here yesterday morning. I thought I'd give this a break. So I pulled out and I went over to my buddy JF's. I thought he had shot yesterday afternoon, so I got down early and went over to help him. I left my camera arm in here on the tree. So I got out pretty quick yesterday. Anyway, last night we ended up putting my tree stand up in another area. I didn't have my camera arm, so I didn't bring that camera, or this camera. I had my GoPro on my muzzleloader, but it was so cold this morning. It dropped down to 28 degrees for the first time. It's been in the 70s and 60s. It dropped down to 28 degrees last night. This morning it was 28, and my GoPro was actually freezing up. The battery was draining so fast, so I actually took the camera off the mount, put it in my pocket with the hand warmers to try to warm up the battery, and just as I did that, out came a deer. I had decided I was going to take a doe this morning just to get some meat in the freezer. And a really nice sized doe walked out, or I thought it was a doe. So I shot that, put it down. Huge. Anyway, when I got down, I found out it was a button buck. 1.5 old button buck. Didn't have any antlers. I mean, barely a nub. But a huge bodied deer. So, not the genetics we want in here anyway. So anyway, checked that in. Scott went home. And I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and I got to go get my camera arm anyway. I'm going to sit in the tree for a little while. So here I am. I've been here about an hour. I'm not sure what time it is. I'm going to guess somewhere around 2 o'clock. In fact, I'll check it. It's 2:22 right now. So I probably shot him around 10 after 2. So yeah, I wasn't even in the stand for an hour. Now, I have a lot of work to do because I have to drag this thing out by myself and get it onto the rack on the truck by myself and get it to the butcher by myself. Well, getting it to the butcher by myself is not a problem, but the rest of it's going to be a pain. So, I'll get down here in a couple of minutes and we'll walk over and find that deer, which I can see right here. So that won't be any problem finding him. Alright, let's go see what we got. Okay, got down. Let's go see what we got. I think this is as far as I can make it go. Anyway, let's go see what we got. I have no idea how many points or if it's a good, I just know it's a big buck. It was grunting and I saw a mass. But I never got a good look at its rack, so let's go see. Okay. A bunch of briars. Good buck. Alright. Not a monster. Well, he's kind of a monster. He's a good buck. Yeah. That's a nice one. Okay. There he is. Whew. That's going to be a heck of a drag. Okay. So it's early morning, November 18th. And I don't know if you got that on camera. It was close. I had a doe come in. I heard a buck grunting this morning a lot. I grunted a few times. He actually answered, grunted back. Then I heard I had something, whichever way, over here, coming in at the same time. So you saw the camera going back and forth. Because I couldn't tell which way it was coming. There is something on the right still working its way in. But then I saw the doe come in. I watched the doe for a while. I think she kind of spooked when I was moving the camera back a little bit, so she got pretty wary. But then sure enough, the buck was coming in behind her. He had a nice high rack. Decent spread. I think he's a decent buck. So we'll see. Give him a little while here, and I'll go take a look. All right. No more until you get here, Philip. Promise. Okay, I'm going to say I got a good hit. Let's see if we can track it down. I just don't know what way it went. Through here somewhere. Should have plenty more blood. I must have gone straight through that. I'll get back to you on that. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, pick up the trail again. See there. It is all scraped up and rubbed up back here. Some there. Got some in here. Crashing through here. Not too much farther. This one's one right here. And this one. So, yeah, I lost the blood trail there, started circling, but heck, he's only a few feet from me. Oh, he looks nice. A 6-pointer, but man, he's a big 6-pointer. Yeah, that's another good buck. And I got another drag to do. All right. There we go.